on in. No, you're not interrupting anything. I was glad to get your call. Actually, I'm right in the middle of doing my own laundry. Sorry for the mess, but I was working on my own laundry. So when you called, it was perfect. So yeah, we can absolutely do this. It's no problem. I'm so excited for you. How do you feel? When did you find out? Right before you called me. Okay. So, you start tomorrow. Okay, great. Great. Tomorrow morning, we'll have you ready and you'll be looking great. Okay. I do have the pants. I have two shirts here. I thought I would show you and let you pick the shirt that you want to wear. I understand from your message they're kind of picky about what you wear. Okay. Can I ask why that is? I mean, I'm just curious. Well, that would make sense if they have potential customers, clients walking through, it would make sense that they want everybody to look nice. Okay. Well, I have two shirts here. They're both buttoned down like the dress code requires. And here's the first one, and this is actually one of my favorites. And if you like it, it has I'll show you in a second. It's sort of a taupe color, and it's a Banana Republic tailored shirt. You can see the buttons down here. It's a little bit dressier than some button-down shirts, and it actually has French cuffs. But I have some cufflinks that are really nice that you can use with this shirt. It has been ironed, but it's been hanging in the closet for a little while, so it's not really as crisp as I would normally like it to be. So we can certainly iron it. So this is the first one, and I think this would be great. Or if you want to go something a little more standard, but still kind of feminine, we have this white button-down shirt here that has this pretty design on it. See that? And then it just has plain buttons here and a standard cuff, so you don't have to wear cufflinks. And this one was also ironed, but it's kind of like the other one where it's been in the closet for a little while and it's gotten, I don't know what you call it, I'm sure there's a word for it. It doesn't look as freshly pressed as it did originally, just from being in there, and you know how I cram clothes in there. I have way too much in my closet. And if you would like both of them, we can actually iron both of them, and you can wear one tomorrow and then another one on Monday. You want to do that? Okay. That's totally fine. No, you return them whenever. Don't worry about it. You just get it back to me whenever, because you know I have plenty of clothes. I'm not going to run out. It's totally fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just put this one right here. We're going to start with the taupe shirt. Now this fabric is really soft. It's sort of a stretch fabric. It's tailored and it's stretch. It's a cotton blend. It has 98% cotton and 2% spandex. So it does have a little bit of a stretch to it. It's sort of helps with the tailored fit. So we're going to take this off the hanger here. And you just watch and make sure I do it okay. Alright. Yeah, I got a new cover for my ironing board. Just focus on that. There's no need to be nervous. You know, we've all been there. Just, I don't know if that helps you feel any better or not, but we've all been there. You know, when we start a new job, it can be nerve-wracking. I know you want to make a good impression, and you want to do things right, and you want them to be glad that they hired you. And I know they will be. I know, because you're a hard worker, and I know that they saw that when they looked at your resume, that you're a dependable worker, and you had wonderful reviews from your previous employer, and I'm sure that helped a lot. They did call me. You know, sometimes when you give numbers for people that they can call, they don't actually call, but they did call me, and I gave them a great review for you. Yeah, they called me probably about an hour ago, and I spoke with Kenneth. Did you interview with someone named Kenneth? yeah, he was really nice, and he was asking about you and how long we had known each other, and yeah, I gave you a great review, don't worry. So, it's kind of weird though that they would call after hiring you. I guess maybe it could have just been a formality. That's what I did here. I just laid the sleeve out like that. And sometimes when you iron it like that, it'll get tiny creases on the underside. We can look at that. I did a little bit, but it's not terrible. And honestly, after you've had this shirt on for 10 minutes, it's not really going to show anyway. But we want you to look good. Oh, absolutely. And this weekend would be a really good time to go shopping for some more shirts and pants. With it being Memorial Day weekend, I bet we can find some stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Well, one good place to try would be TJ Maxx. We could go there. And, yeah, we could go there and maybe get something to eat while we're out. My treats. I'll buy you lunch to celebrate your first full day on the job. So what is it you're going to be doing? Okay. That's interesting. When I was in high school, my best friend, her mom worked in a hosiery mill, and that was back in the late 80s, back when there were more hosiery mills, especially in rural areas, and especially in the South. There were hosiery mills, textile mills everywhere back then. Not so much anymore. Most of them have gone out of the country now, but in the summertime, they were always looking for help, and we got paid under the table. We were not official employees, my best friend and I, because we were both 14, and we were just looking to pick up some extra money. And so her mom got us temporary jobs just for the summer working at the hosiery mill. And yeah, they made socks just like the place where you're going. It's kind of unusual though. I honestly didn't know there were still hosiery mills in this area that did that. So that was really interesting to find that out. Now, what is the name of this company? Fashion Foot Hosiery. I've heard of that. Where have I heard of that? Now, where is that located? It's in Nathanville. So tell me, what kind of socks do they make? Is it like a niche market? Is it? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so they make like team socks. Oh, they make socks for Carolina and Duke. Well, that's wonderful. That's really good that they're having them made here in the USA too. That's really cool. So it's really kind of a specialty market. You're not making things for like Russell or Gildan or anything like that. Okay. The Russell Athletic Company, I actually went to school with the girl who was part of that family. Her dad was one of the Russell Athletic people. I'm not exactly sure what his job was, but he was part of that family. It's pretty cool. I got to go to his house one time. It was unbelievably nice. I felt so uncomfortable. I had never been in a home that nice. I had never even seen a home that nice on TV. It was crazy. I was afraid to sit down or touch anything. It was certainly nicer than anything I had ever been in. So see, now it looks smoother. Look at that. See, now that's really nice. So, okay, so you're working for Fashion Foot Hosiery. Where did you hear about this job? Really? It was in the paper? I didn't think anybody actually put jobs in the paper anymore. That's cool. I would never even think to look in the newspaper for a job. I really wouldn't. I mean, I guess I would go online and look. Now, I actually have not had to look for a job since 2000. Yeah, I've been with the same company since 2000 when they hired me. I guess if I had to look for a job now, I guess I would, well, see, my first guess would be to look online. I think that looks nice, don't you? Yeah, I would look online before I looked in the newspaper, but that's cool. Also, yeah, the person who posted the job is kind of old-fashioned. I hear you. Do you know anyone else who works there? Okay. Well, that's all right if you don't know anybody there. When I started out in my job, I didn't know a soul. I think that looks pretty good. I didn't. I started out as a temp. I was hired originally through a temp agency. Yeah, and it was only supposed to be a 6-week thing. It wasn't supposed to be permanent at all. And my plan originally was I just needed a job. I had moved back here from Illinois, and I really needed a job. And the pay was good, and the location was what I wanted. But everything just sort of clicked. It's like I got along great with everybody there. I loved the work I did. So within the first week, I started trying to learn how to do more than what I was just hired to do, because I really wanted them to consider keeping me beyond the 6-week period. And they did. They hired me permanently at the end of that 6-week period, so it was really great. And I've been there now over 17 years. That was in March of 2000, so yeah. And I really enjoy what I do. Okay, so here we have the French cuff. Have you ever worn anything with a French cuff before? Well, to be honest, this is the only shirt I've ever had that has French cuffs. So I may not be showing you right, but you can fold it back like this. See, it looks really big when you fold it out. It's really big and floppy when you first put it on. It's kind of awkward. It's like you put on your dad's shirt when you're a kid. But you take the sleeve and you fold it back like that. And then you just line up. You have these little buttonholes right here. And you just line them up. And then you can sort of thread the cuff link right through there. And it will hold it like that. And again, that may not be right. I honestly don't know. I never have had a shirt like this. And I bought a pair of cufflinks just for this shirt. But I will get those for you. Don't let me forget before you go. I have a pair of really cute cufflinks that you can use. Okay, so that's the teal shirt. Now we're going to hang it right over here. And I do have the pants. Yeah, I've got the pants too. Now they are legitimately wrinkled. I washed them. There's a little spot right there. I washed the khaki pants and I ran them through the dryer and they came out so wrinkled up. I'm really sorry about that. But we can iron them as well. It's not a problem at all. So I'm going to unbutton the shirt on the hanger. I try to keep it buttoned, like I'll button usually every other button to keep it together and keep it from gapping open and wrinkling worse while it's hanging in the closet. Because I don't actually wear this shirt very often. And I have a lot of clothes in there and they get all smushed together and they get wrinkly. So like I said, these shirts are actually not that bad. I just wanted to touch them up a little bit in the larger areas, just to make them look a little smoother, a little crisper. So you make an extra special impression. Okay, so you say, now is that going to be your primary job there, or are you going to be doing other things as well? Okay, so you're going to start out as a quality control specialist. Are they going to cross train you in other areas? I find that usually in work like that they do. I worked in a factory. I worked in a Black& Decker factory after I finished my first degree in 1995. I took the summer after I graduated. That summer and fall, I worked at the Black& Decker factory to try to save up some money and pay some bills because I was going to go back to college in the spring. That following January, I went back to school to finish a degree that I started when I got my first bachelor's degree. I only needed a couple more classes to finish my second BA. But I wanted to work some and pay off some bills and save up some money. And I worked in a factory. And it was actually a factory I worked in one summer previously while I was still in college. The first time I worked there, I was on an assembly line making toaster ovens, and the pay was fantastic. It was really good. Better than anything I could get anywhere else. I mean, it was great, and the benefits were wonderful. I mean, everything about it was good. Kind of boring work, but I really liked it after I graduated college because I wanted a job that didn't require any thought or decision making. I really just wanted a job that I could just do without thinking about it. I was really burned out. I think I overextended myself the last couple of years of college. I almost had a double major in 4 years. I was 3 credit hours shy of a double major. And I worked the entire time. I was really burnt out when I graduated. But I knew I needed to save some money. I worked my way through school and paid off all my loans myself. My parents didn't pay for it. They really couldn't. I mean, I knew I was on my own. I am kind of trying to take your mind off of it. I don't want you to be nervous. I'm trying to tell you there's nothing to be nervous about. I'll tell you, both times when I went to start my job at the factory, I was nervous too. Well, anytime you get into something new, you have that degree of uncertainty. You don't know who you're going to be working with. You don't know. You always kind of worry that maybe you won't be able to handle it. But I know you can. I mean, you're smart. You're a quick learner. They're going to love you. Now, are they willing to work around your school schedule? Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. I have to tell you, I was a little concerned about that. You did ask about that. Okay, good. Very good. I'm glad. Oh, they do. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, see, if you have other students there, that's wonderful. Hey, you may even meet some people that you have classes with and don't even know they work there. That could be really cool. Yeah, I worked all through college. I worked in retail pharmacy for most of it, and then for the last couple years, I worked in hospital pharmacy, which is a whole other beast. It has very little in common with retail pharmacy, but it's way better. It's a lot more to learn. There's a definite learning curve, but it is so much better. You don't have to deal with the general public, and it's a much better job. And the pay is a lot better too. Yeah, I'm sorry about that little spot. I don't know what that is. But it's small. I'll tell you what, when you bring them back, we'll try some spot remover on it and see if we can get whatever that is out. So yeah, I tried to take your mind off of it. So I guess it's not very far from where you live then, if there are other people from your school there. that's great. At least, yeah, at least you won't have a long commute. I mean, that's the worst. I have had to suffer through long commutes. Oh my goodness, yes. From 2003, is that right? 2003. From 2003 to 2008, I had a 120-mile round trip commute 5 days a week. I wore out my car. I did. I drove 60 miles one way and then 60 miles back 5 days a week for over 5 years. No, I'm sorry, it was from 2002 to 2008. That's what it was. It was 6 years. Yeah, so it was, and it never got any better. I never got used to it. Okay, so here's the white shirt. Now, what we've done, we've just gone over it and just kind of smoothed it out. Now, here we have the embroidery. It's not going to be completely smooth because it kind of puckers up around the places where you see the embroidery. But that's, I mean, really, after you wear it for a little bit, it kind of smooths out. And I just touched up the back a little bit. Now, are you planning on tucking this in? I'm not really sure how it would look. Now, the taupe shirt, I don't know that I would tuck this in. I'll probably leave it out. I mean, you can try it and see if you like it. It's totally up to you. Now for the pants. Now, the pants are a mess. I'm not going to lie to you. The pants are so wrinkled. I'm sorry about that. They're super wrinkled. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They're awful. I thought running them through the dryer, they wouldn't be that bad, but they really are. Oh, they're awful. They're a nightmare. So you have to wear khaki pants every day? They don't have like a casual Friday or something like that? Really? Gosh, even where I work, and where I work, it's kind of button down kind of place. Even we have casual Fridays where you can wear jeans. They have to be dark blue denim and they can't have any holes in them, but you can wear jeans. That surprises me. So, but they have buyers and people from these different colleges that come through. Does that happen a lot? That they come through like that? Or, oh, it depends. I understand. They come through a lot in the winter. That's weird. Oh, putting in orders for that spring. Well, that makes sense. So is it mainly one sport? I mean, do you have a lot of basketball? I would imagine in this area you'd have a lot of basketball. Yeah, well, that's North Carolina for you. We love our basketball. And that's really cool. You're going to be working on this, quality control for all these sports teams and their merchandise. That's really neat. Now, do you only work with socks? Do they only make socks, or do they make other things like t-shirts and stuff like that? Just socks. Okay. So now, do you have any experience with quality control that might have swayed their opinion and decision to hire you? No experience. Well, that's wonderful. Well, I think they did the right thing giving you a chance. I mean, why wouldn't they? You've proven that you're a wonderful employee. I think any company would be lucky to have you. Let's see, that's what I did. I got my foot in the door where I work now. I got my foot in the door and started in one job, and I liked that job, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do forever. It wasn't really what I looked at as a career per se. But I did my job the best I could every day. I went in and gave it 100% every day, and I got to know some of the other people who worked there, the people that I did work for, and they were really impressed with the work I did. And then in 2007, there's another department that really had taken on a lot of new work. They had some new clients, and they were just overloaded, like they couldn't get everything done. And they decided to create a new position, and they offered it to me before going outside the company to see if there was anyone else who wanted it. They offered it to me first, and I jumped at the chance, although it was something I had no experience in at all. And I made sure they knew that. I said, this is not something I've ever done. I've never done that kind of work. And they said, no problem. We will teach you whatever you need to know. And I've been doing that work ever since. And just this past year, I have taken on some work in yet another department. So I'm still doing my primary job, but I'm also doing some work for another department. And again, it was something that I had no experience in. I mean, like none. And they're having to teach me everything because I don't know how to do it. And I'll be honest with you, it can be frustrating. Sometimes it is frustrating because, you know, you're kind of starting from zero and you have to learn quickly. And sometimes they forget that you don't know everything. And they will give you work that you have to remind them, you know, I need some guidance here. I don't know how to do this particular thing. I need you to show me. So if it's a project unlike anything they've had me do before, I will have to ask questions and get them to show me what they want me to do. But you know, as long as you have good communication with the people you work with, it's usually not a problem. And I know, well, you know, we used to work together, and I know how you are. I know you're good at that. You know, you're not one to just try to go through and do things when you know you need some help. You will ask for help when you need it. And a lot of people won't do that. They're afraid that people will think, oh, you know, they'll think I'm stupid or whatever. You ask for help at the right times. So I think you're going to be completely fine. And so you're starting on a Friday. That's kind of unusual. Well, that's good. If you told them if they wanted you to start on Friday, that's great that you went ahead and said that was fine instead of saying, no, I want to start whenever. You know, you show that you're eager and you're willing to get started when they're ready for you. I think that's great. Okay. The pants aren't perfect, but again, after you wear them for 10 minutes, they're going to develop little creases anyway. So I'm going to just kind of fold these like this. I'm just going to lay them like that. Okay? And we have the shirts. And I'm going to hang them right here. So they're all ready to go. And then you can just take these out and just, you could just lay this in your seat like this. And keep it nice and straight. Okay. So again, I'm really excited for you. I'm very happy for you. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for you. Plus, you can continue taking your courses in school, which is really great. I'm glad that you're going to do that. So anyway, I wish you the best of luck on your first day tomorrow. And give me a call. Let me know how it went. Yeah, because I would love to know. And then Saturday, if you want to, what do you think about getting together about 11? We'll go do some shopping. We'll go look for some more shirts and pants like what you need for work. And then we'll go get something to eat. And I'll buy you lunch. Okay? Well, that sounds great. All right. Well, I will see you then.